came out, the book first came out, well, let's call it still new, okay? Healing system that I have devised together with my colleague Cristina Noato. She's a friend of mine from school, and like Colleen, she's a recovering accountant. I myself am a recovering insurance lawyer, and I've come out of corporate, and I am actually now only devoting my time to healing. I'm an angelic Reiki master, and I studied with, well, I was attuned, because we don't study it really, but hey, I was attuned by Colleen a few years ago now, yes. And I practice, I teach. I'm also a Usui Reiki master, and I've completed a 3 years advanced course in crystal healing. I'm a certified angel tarot card reader. And what do? I do Thai foot massage as well. I'm also a psychic medium, so I like to say that I am a spiritual energy researcher and healer, because I'm never happy. I always want to find more and to become better and better, because my purpose is to be of service, and this is the reason behind this. Just one day, talking to my friend Cristina over Skype, because she's in Milan and I'm in the UK, and because she's a naturopath, a kinesiologist, and Thai masseuse, so she's into healing as well. And we both are sharing incredible and for energies of many kinds. We started talking about it, and the more we talked, the more information literally came down. And so we started making notes, and we were channeling this. This is very easy to say now, because back then we didn't quite realize, but it's very easy to say now that we were channeling this information. And very, very easily, very quickly, Soulite was born. And why? Because it wasn't thought through by us, it was given to us. And what does that consist in? It consists of a system that I'm going to now show you in my presentation, so it will be much more easy, much easier for me, and hopefully for you also to follow by a visual aid, as opposed to me just talking and talking. Also, you won't have to see my face for so long, so which is probably a plus as well. So right, let me just do this, and then I have to share. Bear with me.
The green button at the bottom called share.
Yes, but it goes into something else. So there.
Hasn't happened yet. Aha, Lara.
Yes or no?
Yes, it's there.
Good. Right, so let's run this from the beginning. There. Okay. So this is Soulite. I like to present it by saying that it is a magical, spiritual, and if you want, phenomenal experience. Phenomenal, not just because it is very powerful, but also because things happen. It's life-changing. So there are phenomena happening, if you want, and these are things that mainly happen inside our soul when we receive this beautiful energy. And this is the energy of angels and crystals, deities, ascended masters, and also angelic hosts. And let's see what we are talking about, what I mean. Right, it says here in a nutshell, it's a spiritual therapy that is effective on all levels. That means on the physical and emotional and on the mental level, and also on the spiritual level to a certain degree, because it's all about angels and deities and angelic hosts. And why is it called Soulite? Because literally brings the soul out and put it under the spotlight. And it means that all the attention is focused on the soul. And this system comprises 4 elements. They are very different. They have different kind of energies, as I was saying before. You have the archangels combined with crystals. So we have channeled the energy of archangels combined with the energy of an appropriate crystals that works in sync with the archangel. And then there are the angelic hosts and deities and ascended masters. Right, I suppose that we might be aware of archangels and angels and crystals, and to a point angelic hosts. When I say angelic hosts, I mean the cherubim, the seraphim, the thrones, the powers, and so forth. And they all carry a different kind of energy, and they all work with different aspects of us as humans, yes, and can help us in different areas of our lives. Ascended masters, most of us know, and then there are the deities. Deities, one can think, are we talking about, I do not know, like Athena, Mars? Yes, that's what we're talking about. Not in a polytheistic sense, though, not in the ancient Greek and historical sense. Well, we also have the Lady of Avalon, for example, in this number. There's also the Norse mythology with Odin. And the angle that is taken into consideration in Soulite and the energy of deities in the sense of the entities that reflect the archetypes of human psychology. And when I say that, what do I mean? I mean, for example, the feminine, the masculine, the mother, the father. They are personified into deities that were the ancient gods of old. So it doesn't have anything to do with polytheistic, is another point of view, another take. And it's a little bit of we are just reflecting psychotherapy a little bit, if you want, without being experts, but just creating a link there and using and taking advantage of the best aspects of that, and the main characteristics of the human nature, of the human psyche, and the way they are reflected with the energy of the various deities. Okay, so how does a Soulite treatment take place? The beauty of the Soulite treatment is the fact that these different energies, these different entities that are all of pure white light, they come together, they combine, and their energy is so multiplied. This is a very powerful treatment for this reason. And also because the practitioner, so the therapist, is basically there to hold the space and to keep it safe for the client. So it isn't, the treatment isn't filtered through the rationality and the thinking mind of the therapist. is something that comes directly from the universe and from the angelic realm, and from the energy, the subtle energy of the crystals or of the angelic hosts, or even directly from the person that is being treated, herself or himself, through reflection of the aspects of their character. Okay, so it's very intuitive, is very natural, is no thinking, no brain involved. It's totally about trusting, holding the space, totally about cleansing, setting the intention, keeping the space safe for everyone involved, and inviting the best as in the most suitable archangel for whatever it is that that client needs help with, or the most suitable crystal and deity, or crystal and angelic host combination. And I wonder whether it is actually as simple as it is in my head. So because in my head is rather simple, I hope I'm portraying that, well, you know, what Soulite is in a way that it is understandable and easy. And it basically, it's very similar to many other holistic treatments, a Reiki treatment or angelic Reiki treatment or a crystal healing treatment, in the way it takes place. But the rationality and the will and the thinking of the therapist is totally taken out, because the treatment is actually given by the various entities involved. And it can take place with the person laying down, like we see in this picture, or the person could be sitting up, depending on, you know, how they are comfortable, depending on what their ailments are. If there's a bad back, if there's a, you know, bad tummy, whatever it is, and a person might prefer to sit down or to lay down. And before the treatment, it is important to have a conversation with the client to explain to them what is going to happen, and also to gather information about them, all the legal requirements, and also to understand what is that they need at that moment in time. Because why is it important? The therapist is not going to decide what archangel or what ascended master they're going to call or ask to step in. No, but it's important to voice it, to voice what the need is, and to voice have a conversation about what the client needs. Because it works as an intention said out loud, so the universe can hear us, and they can say, oh, well, they're serious. There is Lara there, she's giving a treatment to XYZ, and they are talking about it. Well, they are serious. Guys, let's go, because it's our turn. We need to go and help and give a treatment. And that's the way it happens. So it's... an hour is more than enough to do all this, to do the chat before, and to get in sync with the client, and to get the client to relax. And it depends on how you feel more comfortable, because you can go close to the client and place your hands like in the picture. There is no need to have any physical contact at all, but it's not necessary, because the energy doesn't actually go through the chakras or the body, the physical body of the therapist. No, the energy of the entities that actually give the the treatment is summoned, is asked to join, is invited in, and doesn't have to go through anything. It just comes in, and the therapist can stand or sit in the vicinity of the client and observe. As a therapist, we all tend to have the ability to see or to hear or to sense the energies around us, and that's what we need to do. We need to sit there and monitor, be there for the client, and make sure that the area is safe and that the healing is taking place, and that all the protections that you've put in place before starting the treatment are still in place, and let the treatment run for as long as it is necessary. I also teach to guide the client into a meditation. I like to call it a visual meditation. Also a visualization if you want, but I like to think that it is a visual meditation where the imagination is stimulated and one can actually see or imagine or pretend that images are seen in front of them in their third eye, and that helps focus the attention of the client and take the client out of their body a little bit, and so that helps to take the rationality of the client as well out of the equation, and let in the treatment in an easier and more comfortable way. I think it is worth saying or repeating that this is a very powerful treatment, because the human being is just put on one side. It's not something that is limited by our humanity, because it's carried out almost completely directly by archangels, by the subtle energy of the crystals, by reflection of the traits of the human psyche, and by intervention of the angelic hosts, and obviously as well the ascended masters, and with their wisdom, their experience, and their healing power, they can come in and really enlighten and the whole situation and make it better rather quickly. It is also a spiritual journey, so it's good for healing, and it's also good as to really change your life, because it gives you a completely different perspective of what life is, and it makes you feel so much closer to spirituality, and makes you feel part of the manifestation process and part of the universe that becomes reality in our everyday life and on Earth. And also doing this helps you resolve the various diseases. So not in the meaning of ailments. I'm not claiming that. I'm saying that it kind of helps people let go of difficulties and situations and feelings and perceptions that don't allow us to be at ease. So in this way, are these ease. So when we are out of sync, and we can really make use of Soulite and find, for example, our life purpose or our inclinations, or improve our well-being on many levels. Okay, I hope that I have managed to explain what in a nutshell it is. These are actually the ones you can see. are actual images that are part of the book and are also part of a deck of cards, 44 cards, of which 7 are archangels and 7 are angelic hosts, and then the rest is split between 15 ascended masters and 15 deities, and both deities and archangels are associated with the energy of the appropriate crystal to enhance the total potency. And there are many beautiful things that can be done with these cards. They can be used for fun. They can be used as an oracle tool for readings, and they can be used to facilitate therapy as well, because they can be used to focus the attention of the client as a meditation tool, or also like tarot cards are used, not for divination, that's not what I mean, but for reflection of what's going on in our soul inside of us. Okay, this is the way I understand cards work. They put in front of our eyes what is happening inside of us. They help externalize what's happening inside of us, and in this way they bring the soul out, okay, for us to see and to work on. Then the beauty of that once we've seen things, we have to be ready to work on them, because otherwise nothing happens. Yeah, it's very beautiful to have revelation of what needs working on or what is not going okay in our lives. But then obviously we have to commit to do something about it. Otherwise nothing happens. And the manifestation doesn't come to life if we do not take action. Yes? Yes. Okay. Now, I think I've been talking for a long time already, and enough of me talking. I lost the track of time, literally, which is fantastic for me. I don't know. Oh, yes, I've been going for 18 minutes, it looks like. So I would like to just keep quiet for a little bit and just give you a taster session, if you agree, so you can feel what this is all about. Inviting the energy of archangels and ascended masters as I hold this space, and I hold this space safe for everyone. We could go into a state of relaxation, meditative relaxation, with some visuals that I'm going to suggest to you, and see what happens. Is everybody okay with that? Yes, yes, good, yes. So let me have a little drink. Okay, if you want to close your eyes, please, and take a few deep breaths. I will keep mine open, more or less. Take a few deep breaths and let go. Imagine you're sitting at the station, sitting on a bench at the station. And as you sit there, a train comes in onto the platform. And people get off and people board it, on and off, and you're there just looking. You don't have an opinion, you're just looking. And then there's a whistle and the train leaves. And you just think, oh, look, the train is leaving, goodbye. And you just let it go. And as you're sitting there, another train comes in. and more people get off, and more people get on. And you're still sitting there, basking in the sun. It's a sunny day. You don't have an opinion on these people. They're just coming and going, colorful, with clothes of uh, every fabric, every color, carrying bags, carrying things. Some are happy, some are sad, some are worried, some are rushed. Some people are cheerful, but you're not judging all this, you're just noticing. And you just let them go. And then the whistle comes and the train goes. Let it happen. See the train swiftly leave the station. And just keep seeing trains coming in and going out. And now that we are in this nice state of relaxation, I ask Archangel Michael to come and protect us, protect the space where each and every one of us is located, and make sure that only beings of pure white light are going to come and join us, each and every one of us, where we are located. Thank you. And now I set the intention that we all receive the most appropriate healing that we need at this very moment. And that this healing comes with a thorough cleansing. So I now ask for the most appropriate entity I ask for the most appropriate available energy from the angelic hosts to come and cleanse us, each and every one of us, wherever we are located now. And so be it. And now I ask and invite the energy of the archangels, of the deities, and of the ascended masters, in conjunction with the crystals, the energy of crystals, to come and join each and every one of us, so that each one can have and receive the help, the illumination, the enlightenment, the support of the most appropriate entity and the most appropriate subtle energy at this time. And I now invite each and every one of us to meet the entity, the energy that has now joined you. And ask that you are given a gift. Ask please for a gift. And receive it in harmony and grace and gratitude. As a blessing from the universe. Make a mental note of it. So you can continue making the most of it for the next few days. And make use of it. I will now be quiet for a couple of minutes so we can integrate this healing and teaching and this wisdom. And now imagine that the gift you've been given by your angel or by your ascended master or by your deity that's come to join you, or by your crystal, that the gift is placed in your hand so you can look at it whenever you want. And observe it. And you can hold it and feel it. Or you can just put it in your imaginary pocket of your imaginary clothes. So you can go back to it whenever you feel like it, because it is yours to keep. And when you're ready, say thank you to your companion that gave you a gift, and let them go home. Say your goodbyes. And slowly come back to the room and to the group. Hello. Are we all back? Okay. It's okay to share if you feel like it. Yes, please. I am
I'm just unmuting everybody, Lara, so that we can hear them all.
just in this phase when we can if people want to share. So I will start. I had Archangel Sandalphon. Archangel Sandalphon is around me a lot at the moment, and it came to give me a gift of nurture. It came to remind me that I am supported and is here for me and is here unconditionally, and I can rely on him. Is come to here to remind me that I've got somebody to lean on, okay, and to give me that kind of moral support, the nurture, yes. Sandalphon is linked to the root chakra, so the base chakra, yes, our connection with Mother Earth, and that's what it does. It helps us come to this planet, and also walks us back home when we leave this present incarnation, and is a very grounding and grounded kind of archangelic energy, and is the twin brother of Metatron, no less, that we know. Yes, I will not now go on and start talking about Metatron, because I will never stop. Because he's one of the most fantastic creatures of the whole universe. But I could go on. Anyway, this was my gift. If anybody wants to share, please feel free. I'm rather curious, actually, so I would be very happy if you did. Anyone?
I'm happy to share if other people don't want to. But
thank you, Carol. I was counting on you, Carol. Thank you.
You can see I've got a big mouth.
No, you're talkative. Well, I talk a lot, so yeah, and cheerful. So please.
I wasn't aware of any individual person or entity coming to me. I wasn't clear whether we were supposed to ask for a gift, and if we couldn't see an individual or a crystal or something, I wasn't aware whether I was meant to ask somebody specific. So what I did was I just opened myself up to what seemed to want to happen. I was aware of warmth.
You did well.
Sorry? What did you say?
You did well. That's the best thing. Just trust and be open. You receive.
Right. I was aware of some warmth coming up my left leg. And I wasn't
Okay.
sure whether that was what I was being given,
Okay.
or whether there was some process that was going to clarify itself. When you said about being given something into our hand, I was aware that... Sorry. I was aware that a white stone appeared in my hand, smooth.
A white stone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a kind of crystal type stone, semi-translucent, but white, whitish, not angular like a crystal, just smooth, polished. And that I think was it. I can't remember what else you then suggested.
I think you've done very well. You got a crystal, you had the feeling, a physical sensation on your left leg. I think is rather good, isn't it?
Well, I'm more in touch with my physical state than perhaps a lot of people are, because I work with my own issues a lot of the time, and particularly notice physical sensations.
Okay. Does left leg make any sense in relation to something that might be going on?
I have physical pains in my legs and hips, knees down to my ankles virtually all the time, which is why I work with them every evening. They tend to alternate between left and right.
Okay.
And sometimes the left is more problematic, sometimes the right is. I associate the left with my feminine side, the past, with my mother's side, knowing, because I'm a therapist and that's what I've learned. But I didn't get any particular link, except there's just this growing sense of warmth coming up. And I thought, is that what I'm going to get for the next few days? Is a sort of nourishing warmth feeling?
Yes.
Or am I going to be minus pain for a few days? Or I don't know. So those were the possibilities.
It sounds very, very, very good. It sounds interesting. You had the physical sensation, which is, rather there. You could touch it, and it makes sense with your journey. Mm-hmm. And we might want to think or to feel that you were given some healing. Why not? Yes. And you have a nice little present as well. Thank you, Carol. Okay. Fantastic. Thank you. Anybody else?
That was amazing.
Wow, thanks.
First of all, as soon as you started talking, I felt it in my heart chakra, and I seen green and yellow. But then when you said about Archangel Michael, I felt really, really grounded, as though I was being grounded right into the ground, which was nice. I felt people coming in, but when you said who I was with, it was Jesus. And it was...
Wow.
It was, when you said about a gift, it was like my third eye area, and I was being flooded with purple.
Wow.
But then it kind of opened up, and it was just like clear light, and I felt as though he was telling me that he was showing me the way.
Fantastic.
Sort of thing, but it was really nice. I don't know if he gave me a gift or anything at the end, but that was it. I think that he was showing me the way.
It's fantastic.
So it was really nice.
Great.
Thank you.
It sounds like you had a taste of the violet flame.
Yeah.
Yes. Fantastic. Thank you. Wow. I'm
Thank you.
excited. Even more. Okay. Anyone else?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So I liked your train picture, and
Yeah. Thanks.
yeah, I really felt that was a good way of absorbing my interest, and I was very sad when the last train disappeared. But and I wanted to get on the train. I was sad I couldn't get on the train. I didn't know, where's the train going? I was thinking maybe the train is going into a spiritual place, and it's not fair. I'm not on the train.
Wow.
But yeah, I felt Archangel Michael, who's very much my particular angel I relate with. And the gift I had was of a pear-shaped ruby, which
Nice.
was, yeah, it's very nice. And because it was pear-shaped, it then turned into, you know, like in the olden days, the monks would carry a purse with them, you know, like a leather purse with a string on the
Yes.
top. And so I imagined the red ruby sort of sitting there in this purse, which meant I would always have plenty of money with my purse, you know? So it was like
Yeah.
abundance. Yeah, abundance. So that was a lovely gift. So I'm continuing to look forward to the abundance that surrounds me. So that was lovely. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's fantastic. Right.
So by comparison,
Right.
by comparison, Lara, I had this lovely feeling, and
Yes.
the next thing I had a cat land on my lap. And when you said
Okay.
you have the gift, the cat curled up. And then when you wanted me to do something with the gift, the cat jumped off my lap. So I'm sorry, I was distracted all the way along the line.
Maybe that was your gift, Colleen.
Yeah, distraction.
Wow. Nice. The cat is a great protector, and is also intuition, is your psychic abilities, the cat. Ooh, the feminine side and psychic ability. Wow. Fantastic. Okay. Good. I'm very pleased. I'm very happy. Can you hear me right?
Yeah.
Yes, you
Yep.
can. Good. Perfect. Right. So let me just tell you a few more things about this. I want to show you a little bit more about this now that we have fun. Let me tell you a few more things. Right. What do we do with this Soulite? Okay. How do we learn this Soulite? With my colleague Christina, we have come out with this concept. We haven't. We have channeled everything, but let's pretend that we've come up with this concept. And right, we can offer different levels to students, to people who want to learn this, because it is a beautiful system. We want to teach it. We want to spread it. We want to be of service, spread the love. And right, we have different levels. We have a therapist level, and that enables you to treat yourself, your family, your friends, and also paying clients with the healing system. It's inclusive of the attunements, because there are special symbols channeled specifically for Soulite. And you receive attunements to the 4 elements. The 4 elements are the ascended masters, the archangels, the deities, and the angelic hosts. And one is receives tuition, so one is shown how to guide meditations and how to give a treatment and how to do the channeling of the energy of the 4 elements. Also, the student manual is given and a certificate. This is a 2-day course and can be done in person or can be done remotely, as we are now. But I will have, now this is a strange thing to say, but I will have to be, even if it's remotely, attendance is needed. So we have to be at the other side, but you know, of the cable. So we have to be able to see each other for the attunement. It wouldn't be something that one can done in this phase. The course is to be done in, you know, there has to be attendance, mutual attendance. Maybe in the future we can come up with something different, but especially to receive the attunements, I have to be there even if not in person. Yes, we have to be talking to each other. We need to have a connection. Right, and there is another level, that is the teacher level. And this enables you as a student to teach this healing system to others, and includes again the attunements to the teacher symbol, further attunements to the 4 elements, and you will be taught how to teach Soulite, and you will receive the teacher's manual with all the symbols and how to do the attunements, how to give the attunements, and a certificate. Again, this is a 2-day course and can be covered in person or remotely. And there is sorry, I must have jumped. There you go. There is also the Soulite training as a certified card reader. And it teaches you how to do personal professional readings and how reading intuitively. Personally, I'm not a believer, and neither my colleague is, of learning the cards by heart, because it doesn't work for me, never worked for me, and it is not really the sentiment of it. And this course will teach you different spreads for different kinds of readings, depending what you need to focus on, what the issue seems to be, or the desire, or the, you know, that the client wants something they want to work on. And also this course will teach you how to manifest with Soulite cards. It seems interesting or strange. How do you manifest with cards? Well, you can with Soulite cards because of the principles and you know, the philosophy behind it, and because of the different steps that constitute manifestation. From the first moment when something is said or thought to the moment when actually the thought becomes flesh. And this is not something really I've invented. This is the beginning of the Bible. But it's something that has been made easier through the Soulite cards. And it is very exciting, and it really works, is rather powerful. And then that includes a certificate. Again, this is 2 days course and can be done online and in person. Let me go back because there is a, anyway, and so the Soulite cards, you can see 3 examples. As I said before, it's worth repeating. There are 7 archangels with an associated crystal, and there are 7 now, what's the word? Angelic host, sorry, age. And then there are 15 deities and 15 ascended masters. Each card is beautifully illustrated, and they are new cards. We haven't used imagery that was already there. No, we have worked with an Italian artist, and this is the result. This is just an example, yes. At the bottom, there is an explanation of what the card depicts and what it means, a little bit, just a hint, yes, just to put you on the right path. And yes, this is a helpful description. Also, there is a booklet that comes with the cards that shows you the basic layouts and also more complex layouts, and that can be used for different readings. You can use the cards for yourself or for professional readings, or for as an integration, a tool to integrate into the therapy. Okay. There is also a book, which is an ebook. It's available on Amazon, and it shows and tells you what Soulite is about, and it shows you the 44 stunning illustrations that are also the cards, but in the book are just illustrations and not cards. Okay. Do you have any questions at this point? Feel free, just go for it. No, no questions, nothing?
Yeah, I'm asking you something.
Sorry, yes.
Yep. You're talking about this being a powerful method of healing.
Yes.
What range of most powerful and least powerful results are people getting who've just done this 2-day training?
I like to think that this is life-changing. It really focuses and it turns a light on your life purpose, and it makes you see what it is that needs doing for you to achieve what you're meant to do here on this planet, in this life, if you want to, because it shows that to you, yeah, and it makes it available to you, and then you know that it is there for you to use if you want. And I'll give you an example, and it is I'll give you an example in a second. And this is about life purpose, it's about life choices, lifestyle, and how you develop your spirituality. I'll give you examples. Since I have channeled this and published this, since this has become real, basically, now people will be disgusted, but I had been smoking for 33 years and I stopped because that changed something inside of me, and I had to go through that that realization that my lifestyle needed improving, and I just was compelled to do that, and for me that was massive. Then what else? Then I came out from corporate, for example, because it has helped me focus my life purpose in a different way, and now I'm concentrating on everything holistic, and I'm not thinking about corporate anymore. I'm not working in corporate, and I'm staying away from it as much as I can. And what else? Let me think. I had another example, another massive, oh yes, on the spiritual path. It has a mind of its own, it guides you, and it showed me that in meditation, and I felt compelled because there was a friend who dragged me there, basically. She appeared out of nowhere, new friend, and she said, we should go to the spiritualist church. Okay, and I started developing my psychic medium aspect. And then I realized that it was always been there, because my mom has got this aspect as well to her, and it runs in the family. So everything is starting to blossom, one change after the other. So yes, is this an answer for you?
Well, yes and no, because really
Okay.
what I wanted to know was how effective can newly trained therapists be? Not you,
Okay.
because you came up with this work, and I'm not surprised that it's had amazing effects on you. But what about people who've done a 2-day training, who are maybe not necessarily gifted with psychic abilities, or, you know, have all your background in all this spiritual
Yes.
knowledge?
I believe that when a person does a course, the person is ready to integrate and is ready to make the most of it and be an effective therapist, because things happen for a reason at the right time. So I believe that a therapist with Soulite can make a strong impact on clients on every level, especially at the spiritually and soul level and life purpose level. So readjusting and helping to show what people are supposed to do, and so in this way working on their happiness indirectly on their physical health as well, and emotional health. I hope this is a better answer.
Yes,
Okay.
sort of. It's still a bit vague for me.
Okay. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. I realise I'm trying to nail you down in an area which is probably difficult.
Well, you have tried it yourself, so I'm not special, because, as I said, it's not me doing the job. It's not the person, the human therapist doing the job. Yes, I am not.
Well,
I'm not.
forgive me for being a little cynical about that, because although I believe that the healing is done by your range of people, I think that the therapist is not going to be able to hold a safe space or set up the questioning information gathering process adequately unless they have reached a certain level of development within themselves.
Okay.
Because no therapist that I've ever experienced is any good at holding the safe space unless they've been through some, garbage themselves and come out the other side.
Yes, there is that aspect. That's why I really trust that those who come to train in Soulite are ready. And if they're not, if a little push is needed, the angels and the angelic host and the masters will give that last push to complete the person and help create a very good therapist. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you for this question. Very nice.
Okay, let me hand over to somebody else. I'm sure there's others with questions.
Thank you. Okay, right. To wrap up, because I think we have reached the hour, haven't we, Colleen? Yes.
Oh, we're nearly there. If there are more questions or something, that's fine. But yeah, whatever you'd like to do, Lara, it's your show.
Oh, yeah. I could do that. Right, any other questions, ladies and gentlemen?
No, that's fine. Thank you.
Thanks, okay. Right, so just to summarize, there are different levels of training: therapist level, teacher level, certified Soulite cards readers. And there are resources, different resources. The book, which is actually an e-book, and the combo cards and booklet. The book, the ebook is on Amazon. The cards and booklet are on their way. And the training, I would like to give you just an idea of what we are talking about and how much we are talking about. The training for a therapist and the training for certified cards reader normally cost £247. I've expressed that in pounds because I'm in the UK, and I hope, yes, because we're all in the UK anyway, apart from the Spanish people here, but they do pound perfectly. And a special offer for the BCMA is 197. The teacher level is normally 447, and for the BCMA, the special offer is 347. This offer is going to be valid for a while, depending on what BCMA does on these in these occasions. So I follow what the guidance is here, and it's going to be there for the members and for the friends of the BCMA. And